show you some of the, like tub stuff we had to do. You can tell, like in the firewall area, we have to, cut and then beat back the firewall quite a bit. Mostly, actually, the biggest room issue that you end up having if you're putting a Hellcat in one of these things is where the air and water cooler lines come out. You have to make quite a bit of room. We also ran a 1-inch body lift on this thing because that's what they recommend doing. They said it makes it easier. Well, you still have to make quite a bit of room. I didn't like body work the hell out of this because this whole area is covered by the engine. So I just kind of beat it back, after we welded it up, put some filler on it, and that was pretty much it, just quick. And then we coated it with the same coating we used on everything else. There's a bunch of spots underneath that needed to be touched up on as well. And then in these areas, all four corners, where tire contact issues can come, I cut a lot out of here, welded in, capped it, bodyworked this stuff, and then made it so that when the fenders are on it, when you look at it from the side profile, everything looks nice and straight and clean. One thing that we had a problem with was, and if anybody does run a body lift on one of these, it was just a 1-inch, but literally to do the Hellcat swap in here, and if you're running the same transmission and an Atlas T-case like we are, the T-case, if you don't run a body lift, it will not fit under there. It'll eat a hole through the floor, so you literally have to run at least a 1-inch body lift. A problem that causes, actually two problems that causes is one, with this setup, the rad and stuff has to get spaced ahead a little bit, and when you do that, then your grill lines to the fender and hood doesn't line up at all. And we actually had to go even further ahead than the spacers that were provided in the kit because our electric fan was contacting the water pump. And I mean not touching it, was directly contacting it. So I had to section out the rad support and bring the radiator further in the rad support, and then I had to cut out all the structure that holds the grill on the outside and move all that stuff back in so that all the body lines and stuff still match up. It sounds easy, but it wasn't. It took a lot of dinking around to make it so that stuff looks right. And another big issue was we were using these really cool rock slider steps. So they act as a rock slider, and they also have a power step that comes down. Well, they don't work with a body lift in any way at all. And when we contacted them to see if they had a solution or different mounts or brackets so that we could make these rock slider steps work with a 1-inch body lift, they right away said, no, you need to take the body lift out. So that wasn't an option for us, and we still really wanted to run these steps. So I made all my own brackets, and they fit up there great, which you'll see next time we do an update. And in the back of the tub here, hopefully you can kind of see this, the lighting in here is best for shooting this kind of stuff. But under full flex, the rear tires were getting way too close to the back end of to the front side of the tub in here. So I cut a ton out, welded in cap material, and then bodyworked that stuff. And then coated everything, and the whole underside's coated 4 times. Same with all this stuff. And this is what I was talking about with coating in here. So then the fender liners, they actually bolt up into place, and then they have, this is their mating surface. So the bumpers, fender flares, inner fenders, all that stuff is actually at Line-X right now, all getting coated. So it'll have a protective coating on one side, then it'll mate up against this stuff. So it's not, rubbing through on the tub and stuff like that. Plus, if we would have just bolted the flares on here, then this wouldn't have looked, nice and new and clean like it is. So, just trying to make everything look as best we can. And a couple other quick things. We also have this Smitty-built table setup that we put on the back. And when we get the rear bumper and stuff put on, this looks sick. You'll have to trust me on that, and I'll show you when we're done. But everything's coming along real cool, so I'm excited to finish it.